PT you all until you fucking die!
This is Shrimp Beat.
Digging for all the facts. Ruby the cherry. Yeah.
DJ
You can
Shrimp
catch me
with
chillin'
that
with the polar bear.
Welcome back to the worst podcast in the world. We're not very talented. We're kind of a bunch of idiots, but we're somewhat entertaining. So here we are. What are you drinking, good sir?
I'm drinking water out of a train cup. And you know why I'm drinking out of a train cup? Because
No, I
trains move fast, and I be living fast.
Ooh, he's living fast, ladies and gentlemen. A horrible segue into our next segment. No, dude, I got some snacks, dude. I got whatever the fuck that is.
It's keto, bro.
It's a keto, yo. You know what I'm saying?
It's got 1 gram of protein per
I got
thing.
chips. I got chips. So we're gonna eat these later. But first off, how you been since we recorded the last episode? How you doing?
I've been doing well. I've worked, and I've been catching up to One Piece. That's about it.
One Piece.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you, man. Wano, for the people that know about Wano, it's so good. So good. That's all I can say. I don't want to. I'm not a spoiler, so
It's good.
recommend it. Yeah, best storytelling. It's actually made me tear up a few times.
It's made you tear up.
Yeah, it's my boy Odin.
Dude, only a few, like, not necessarily shows, but like, well, The Office has made me tear up a couple times. But video games. Have any played video games that really like get you going
Yes.
and like the sad feels?
You ever
Get you going sounds way too sexual. You ever get you going? See some main character die and you just pop a semi. You're like, oh.
You ever play the Batman games?
I've played one of them and never fully finished it, but I saw how it ended.
Okay, which one was it? Do you remember?
Arkham Knight, I think. Something
Arkham
like
Knight.
that.
Okay, so before Arkham Knight, there was Arkham City, and in Arkham City, Batman's girlfriend, like his love interest, she dies. Her name's Talia. That was a
What?
sad death.
That's not healthy.
Well, the Joker killed her.
Well, don't die. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, guys. If you don't want to die, then just don't do it.
So
I highly recommend it. I've done this for 18 years on this earth. And look at me. I look great. Not really. But I'm not dead. You know what I mean?
nah, dude,
I'm alive. I'm kicking it. I can still fucking get going, bro.
Speaking
Anyway.
of kicking it, you ever watch Kicking It?
No. Was that a Disney show? I remember
Dude.
seeing something like that advertised.
Yeah. You know the Hannah Montana, the Disney show? You know her brother?
Do I know Hannah Montana? Look at this guy.
Dude, I always had a big crush on Lily. And the actress of Lily made this show called Young and Hungry. And oh my god.
You were young and hungry. Let me tell you something.
Dude.
Hungry for some Lily.
Dude. It's this whole funny story. It's so good. They do so well. I recommend it.
I watched Austin and Ally. That was my show. I love that show. That and Shake It Up with
Zendaya and Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
Which one? Zendaya or Bella Thorne?
When I was younger, it was Bella Thorne.
But now
But
it's Zendaya.
Bella Thorne looks like a little bit of like she looks like she vapes way too much. You know what I mean? Everyone has those kids in class that you look at and you go, "Yeah, your lungs are black. They're not doing good.
see-
You smoke way too much."
You know. Remember what you said last time about those girls that we could not mention?
Oh, yeah, where they stuck it up the wadabada
Yeah. We can't say, but you can just assume
vagina.
But
They
that-
stuck it up there. I felt like it needed to be said. They stuck vapes in their wadabada.
But a couple photos I've seen of Bella Thorne fucked up at a party.
Yeah, it's
That's
Bella
the best
Thorne.
one. Yeah.
We
But
all
she
knew
did
that
a
was happening.
fantastic job in The Babysitter too.
The Babysitter.
Yes, and yeah. You never seen The Babysitter?
Is that a
about this
porno?
No, it's about this killer.
Is that from our OnlyFans? Did you buy our OnlyFans, Garrett?
This is off of Netflix, my guy.
Netflix.
Yes, Netflix original.
It's
called
still a
The Babysitter.
subscription. Just saying.
Now I've only bought one OnlyFans of someone's, and
You-
that was a girl from high school, and it was with a few friends.
Garrett, why?
Because we would
Why'd you do that?
curiosity.
Curiosity? Were they good photos at least? Did you get your money's worth?
Well, we spent $1.25 each. So
Oh,
yeah,
she's got Kroger brand titties.
it was $5.
We gotta cut that part out. I don't think I can say that. She's got Kroger brand, she got Kroger brand bahonga dongas. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's.
You're giving
got.
her a lot of credit for going down that low, but yeah.
Oh, they sags.
No,
sagsters.
she's like an A cup, B
She's
cup,
an A cup.
B cup, like calling it, like being nice.
A B cup
They're
is for
nice.
being nice. An L cup is for living fast.
I'm sure she's making money, and that's all that it's about.
Yeah, at that point, let's just hope you make money if you're gonna post something like that.
Nah, dude. Obviously, she probably has a boyfriend, and obviously, he's probably following the Andrew Tate advice.
Yeah, and he's making some money off of it, like an intellectual man does.
Nah, get your cash, girls.
Get that bag. Chase the bag. Just in general, whoever you are, make as much money as you can. Do it honestly, but if that's how you want to do it, it's your life, not mine. Dude.
Well, dang. See,
Anyway.
I was in a predicament at first.
Mhm.
I ran out of water, but then
So-
I saw to the side of me that I had a whole gallon.
You had a
Someone
whole
gotta go
gallon
up.
of water. A whole gallon of it. Look at that bathtub water. Just go right into his cup.
I appreciate you for that.
Speaking of bathtub water, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in the last episode of Livin Fast, you will remember that we talked about drinking Joe Biden's bathwater.
Sorry.
And since of today, I forgot to say this, I enlisted in the military today. I am officially a part of the Army's National Guard in Ohio. So, because I have to protect the president as part of my oath, let's drink his bathwater. Oh, fuck! I poured it all over my leg. Filthy Joe made a mess.
That wouldn't have happened if you had this, wouldn't
I'm crying, dog.
That's good shit, brothers. That's good shit.
Dude, your laugh sounded like an evil leprechaun. I thought I was gonna die. I got water stains on me, man. It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. What just happened? You have tears coming down your eyes.
I found that really, really
Did
funny.
you? Did you?
So, ladies and gentlemen, this guy was coming at me for having a cup, like water in a coffee cup, which I see his point.
He's an idiot.
I do smell the coffee taste, but my whole point.
You smell the coffee taste.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like coffee, but like when I smell it, I can smell the taste of coffee in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm lost. I don't understand that one.
So how would you describe that? So when you smell something,
You smell coffee.
yes, but like I can smell skunk. Like driving, I smell skunk. I don't actually taste it, but I feel like I can taste it by the smell. How would you describe that?
It's because they're connected.
Not only with this coffee. How would I describe that feeling? Only in this,
Watered down coffee smell.
but I taste it, but I don't taste it when I drink the water.
My brain breaks. We should move on from this segment.
yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one thing we have not talked about, and this will be a good little clip for me to make. What the fuck does Livin Fast even mean? What is it? And why do we name the podcast after it? So go ahead, Garrett. I'll let you start. What does Livin Fast mean?
Okay.
Great commentary.
Sorry.
This is amazing.
I had to call. You put me under the spot. But living fast is more like a lifestyle, where it's like a lifestyle that we're gonna turn eventually into a brand.
Yeah, that's
But-
the idea.
But for me, at least, the reason like I wanted to pick this name specifically is, if you didn't know, I used to be about 100 pounds more.
There was
300.
a lot more of Garrett to love. Let's just put it that way. There was a lot.
But I used to be 300 pounds. I'm about 200 now. But I lost 120 pounds in about 6 months. That's about 20 pounds. That's very unhealthy. I don't recommend it. I only ate certain foods of high protein, and I limit myself to a calorie deficit.
Caloric deficit.
Yes. And ate about 2,500 to 3,000 calories just because I wanted to be a certain weight. And then, so I lost that weight pretty fast, hit the gym every single day, And so yeah, I'm living fast. I'm trying to keep going on the next thing.
Live fast.
Yes, sir.
So for you, living fast is
A lifestyle.
a lifestyle. For me, it's the same thing. I mean, it's more of a mindset. I mean, whatever you do, you want to make sure you commit to it if you want to be good at it. Whatever it is, whether it's fucking podcasting, whether it's me fighting and training, whether it's me fucking wanting to be the best masturbator of all time. By the way, we're going to make it an Olympic Games. It's going to be a good one, you know. Real jerk show, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway, no, like, in all seriousness, it's a mentality. If you want to love what you do and love life, you have to live fast. You have to constantly chase what you believe is going to make you the best you. And if you're not doing that, you're living fucking slow. And if you're living slow, you ain't living fast, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, G.
We can rhyme it with another word like snow. Oh no.
Yo.
These rhymes, man, I can't rap. These gotta go. Are you good? He's crying again.
I appreciate the bars. They were pretty. I enjoy your style.
Bars. Yo,
Your flow.
I spit. I spit. I
You
don't
should hop
quit.
on a track with me one day.
Hop on a track.
Yeah. The brown sugar.
The brown sugar.
What would we call you?
What were we gonna call the song?
No, what would we call you? Do you just want to be Ethan?
The fuck calls me that?
Well, no, because
If someone calls me that, they're on crack. They're on some sort of illegal substance. For sure.
okay,
That's not right. It can't be. That's not right. Bobby, is that right?
E.T. Han.
Anyway, we're gonna move on with this because I'm not a rapper and I've never claimed to be one. I'll make a rap song on a diss track of an opponent I fight. How about that? If the 35-year-old ends up wanting to fight me, I'll diss the fuck out of his old ass.
Have you seen Bryce Hall before? Ever heard the name?
Yeah, I know who Bryce Hall is.
Have you seen the clip where he goes, "I'm not a boxer. I never claimed to be a fighter." Did you see?
I'm gonna beat Austin because I'm an actual fighter. Clips to him losing. I've never claimed to be a fighter, dude. Talk shit, get hit. It's as simple as that, man. He can't box for the life of him. He can't. I've seen him. He looks
He's
like
supposed to box Deji,
Deji would fuck him up.
but guess who's Deji's boxing now?
Oh God, help me.
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes, sir.
no,
Yes, sir.
no.
Dude. Mayweather has been training his whole fucking life. He's been 50-0 just for Deji.
And
Think about
Deji's
that.
1-4, 1-3, whatever he is.
Professional boxing records 1-0. Give him credit.
That was his first pro fight.
He's 1-0.
Hey. They both got a 100% win rate, man. This is a very competitive fight. I think we should all come out and watch it. It's going to be great. I'm going to pirate the stream because I'm not paying for it, obviously. I'm not giving Floyd my fucking money. He's probably not going to pay Deji at all.
No.
He's probably going to send him a packet of condoms and be like, get fucked.
I'm just surprised that KSI hasn't said it. Like, KSI's business partners with Logan Paul. Logan Paul hasn't got paid. Logan Paul's suing Floyd.
Doesn't make any sense to me either. But yet again, when has Deji ever been cool with his brother and done things for him? Deji's a bit of a he's a bit of an asshole.
I think he's learned over the years, hopefully. That's the best way.
I hope so. He's not a very good boxer either. There was really none of those guys who were boxing that I looked at and went, "Damn, I don't think I would lose, or I don't think I could beat them." Like, it never crossed my mind.
Not even Jake Paul? You think you could beat him?
Oh, no. I'm talking about on that card that
Oh.
Deji fought on. Jake can fucking box, dude. And the only other person I would say on that card is maybe KSI.
KSI.
KSI is probably the betting favorite. Well, mainly because I'm a no-name and he's KSI.
Yeah.
But in terms of just boxing, he's probably a better boxer. But
You'd be better in MMA.
I would hurt him in MMA. No, I mean, it's not shit talking. It's just you've never trained MMA. You're not going to be a boxer one day and be like, I'm going to go kickbox and wrestle with these guys. And you're going to get kicked once in the leg and you're going to be like, what the fuck did I sign up for? It's not smart.
Speaking of these guys, since we're on the topic, my favorite Deji video, like, if you've been following...
Well, I'm dancing, bro.
Because you drank that prime.
Oh, dude, that prime. Hold on. You don't know what I'm like when I drink some Celsius. Woo! Yeah, buddy.
Like, wait.
Continue the podcast.
You know, like I said, I've had a lot of feedback from people that have watched this about my ice pop review. I've had mixed feelings. I've had people tell me it's a shit review.
Dude, all right,
I've had people tell me they agree.
I'm gonna come to help you. All right,
Okay.
not to cut. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
So I'm at the gym the other day. Right, I'm lifting with my buddy Micah. I got done. Shout out to Micah. You're one of the realest dudes I've ever known. We got done with MMA practice, and I'm sitting there and I'm about to lift and try to get as much lifting as I can before I get picked up or when I leave. And I'm sitting there and he calls me. He goes, "Hey, you want to go lifting?" And I go, "Sure." Right. So we're going lifting, and we ended up meeting up with another kid that wrestled with me and Micah on my senior year. Micah's a senior this year. And the other kid we wrestled with and a buddy of his, Ollie and Matthew. Shout out to Ollie and Matthew who are watching this probably. They're fucking cool as shit too. Ollie's going to be an animal. He's going to be an animal, dude. He's a great wrestler. Him and the other dude in his weight class, Caden. Those dudes are... Be on the look for them. I'm gonna have to go to a couple of their meets. But enough of that. We're there, and one of the girls that works there, what's her name? I remember her last name was a number. We're just going to call her Miss Six. It's literally her last name. So we asked her to listen to the podcast, right? And I go, maybe this can entertain you, because she mentioned that she had to work at 5 in the morning. The next day, I go, hopefully this can entertain you. So she follows the podcast, and we send it to her, and she goes, man, I only listened to the first 5 minutes because I wanted to see what it's like. And I'll tell you what, Prime does suck ass. And to that, you're wrong. You suck ass for that
Miss
comment.
Six, I appreciate you.
Dude, she's... No.
Dude.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to show the logo because I don't get paid, is some of the best...
I was going to say there's the Prime right here. You got to block it with your finger. There
Fuck.
You go.
You know what? It doesn't matter at this point. We're not making money off of this.
But,
It was really good. There's ice in it because it froze. But it's still pretty good. Yeah, your opinions on Prime suck.
someone agrees with me. Got a couple that say it's okay. Again, I only rated Ice Pop. Fruit Punch, Blueberry, whatever else, it might be fun. Just anything, if Logan Paul or KSI watch this,
How loud is this?
and they ever take the time of day to watch 5 minutes and get this section, I recommend that the next thing you do is make a less artificial version of Prime. Like, at least Ice Pop. Like, Ice Pop's a nice idea. It's just too much in the artificial.
No. I'm sorry.
It's okay. How's the chips?
They're not that good.
They're not that good?
No, I'm a little disappointed. They're like, they don't have the crunchiness. Like, they kind of melt in your mouth when I want a potato chip to, like, give me that crunch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I haven't had a potato chip in a hot second. Do you eat
Dude.
potato chips?
No, I eat french fries, but that's it. That's
Like-
the only, like, starchy thing I'll eat.
Like what
that.
type?
Not a french fry connoisseur.
Like, do you go to fast food and get french fries? Or is it
The
just
best
like store?
Okay, the best. All right, top 5 fast food French fries right now. And if you don't put McDonald's in your top 3, you suck ass.
McDonald's number 1 for me.
My only argument to that, I just swallowed an ice cube whole, is have you ever had Arby's? Arby's fries.
You're gonna hate me. Are you talking about the curly?
Yeah.
Overrated. They're good. You're just overrated.
What?
They're good like 6 out of 10. 7 out
No.
of 10. They're okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I would rather have McDonald's fries. But I will say Five Guys Sriracha fries. That's a different story. But do you count Five Guys as fast food? Because Five Guys is like a $20 like just one burger and fry type shit.
I can't even look at you right now. I'm gonna look at the light.
You're mad that I gave Arby's a 6 out of 10, a 7 out of 10.
Arby's?
Arby's fries, not Arby's itself. The fries, I love their fucking
The
jalapeno.
fries is a 6 out of 10.
Their jalapeno papas, delicious.
They're perfect. Yes, they are perfect.
delicious, man.
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh shit, I never talked about this. So, the other day, because we're the greatest at making transitions in these segments, so I get done with practice, right? And me and my very good training partner, Donnie, one of my best friends, we spar normally about 30 minutes after every practice, maybe an hour, depending on how much time we have. And we are sparring, and it's a good sparring session. We each land some good shots, some good combinations. We're doing stuff we don't normally do, so we're learning a lot. And I go to throw this leg kick, right? And one thing about a leg kick right in the thigh, ladies and gentlemen, is you orient your body to where certain parts of the male body are open, right? And he went to go throw a front kick. You throw a front kick from the hip, and he went to go throw it in my sternum, like in the body. He hit me so fucking hard in the dick. Oh my God. I've never been in so much pain in my life. And the worst part is as I'm suffering on the ground, this one dude, his name's Cameron. I told him to listen to the podcast. He might be listening. I'm dropping a lot of names right now. He just goes in the back and goes, "Oh, dude, that sucks." And I'm crying, essentially. I'm like groaning in pain. So that very same day, I went and I bought a cup. Or I ordered it off the internet. And now I wear a cup every practice out of just sheer fear. It's horrible.
Your pain is not funny. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm not. That's
Agony.
Those smiles, I was not towards you.
Agony.
Okay.
Pure pain.
Your boy Cameron, and the way you made him sound, he just sounded like a funny guy. That's why I was smiling.
He's pretty funny, dude. He asked me some weird ass questions though. So honestly, dude, he just gets in the car. We're driving back from practice today, and he goes, "So you a virgin?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, you got a girlfriend? What's up with that?" I'm just sitting there. I'm genuinely baffled at what he said. I'm like, "What the what's happening?" And I go, "These are strange questions, no?" And he goes, "Just a man being a man, man. I don't know what to tell you." Just, what the fuck? One of the strangest things I've ever been asked.
He sounds like this guy from this anime Jujutsu Kaisen, where he asks every man he meets, every single man, what's his type. And how you answer decides if he beats the shit out of you or if you're best friends.
What's your type?
My type?
This will decide if I beat the shit out of you or not. What's your type, Garrett? Come on. All 30 people here want to know.
When I say in preference, keep this in mind. Okay, in my preference, I would prefer a big booty Asian or Latino woman. Okay. Brunette hair.
You were going to get so much shit from every feminist that's ever existed.
This is my preference, all you feminists. Just the fact that you like tall men, I'm allowed to have a preference in what I like.
Exactly, you are.
So every feminist, come at me. But as I was saying, brunette, dark hair, doesn't matter if they're taller or shorter, but if they're taller, they gotta be kind of strong, because I want to piggyback ride.
What? That makes no sense. Because you want a piggyback ride?
If they're taller, bro, I can hop on the piggyback. Like, say we're at a park, okay? I'm on the back. We're at a slide. The slide's a little too tall that I have to walk down. So I'm like, hey, give me a piggyback ride. She gives me a piggyback ride, sits me down on top of the slide. I just go down the slide. Whee! I don't have to do any effort.
What the fuck? No. Jesus Christ. That was not what I was expecting when I said, hey, what's your type? Jesus Christ.
Each category breaks off, short, tall.
Before we continue with this segment, I want to make it clear. The feminists that get offended because you hold the door open for them, I feel like all the other normal feminists can all come together and agree with me on this. They suck. They're crazy, man. There's no arguing that. Just holding a door open for someone in general. Get rid of the fact that if one's a guy and a girl, it doesn't matter. When you're holding the door open for someone, it's an act of being kind.
Yeah.
So when you get pissed at me because I held the door open for you and start rambling about how I'm capable of holding the door open for myself, thank you very much. Yeah, and I'm capable of slamming it in your face, but I'm not doing that either. You know what I mean? It's like, why the fuck's everyone got to be so disrespectful? Just common sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hold the door open for everyone. If
Exactly.
someone's behind me, man or female, no matter.
It's just being a gentleman. My mother raised a gentleman. My mother, my stepmother, and my soul mother raised a gentleman. Unless you're a crazy feminist who gets mad at me for opening the door. If I know beforehand that you're one of those, then I'm not holding the door open for you. If you're a normal feminist, cool, but
I
ain't about that life.
What gave me a lack of hope into like crazy feminist is like if you're gonna announce yourself as a feminist, misogynist, whatever group you decide to be like you're a part of because you're knowledgeable and you fight for that cause, please be knowledgeable. Have you seen that video that says end women's suffrage?
No, but I think I want to see it now.
Basically what happens is this man has us sit at a time and he says, should we end women's suffrage? And he gets so many women to sign that. You know what he means by suffrage, right?
The rights?
The rights to vote, yes.
Should we end the right for women
And he
to vote?
got like 50 to 100 women to sign that, yes, we should get
Really?
Yeah, because they thought they meant like, oh, we should end women's suffering and like suffrage
Oh
as
my
suffering.
god.
So like, if you're gonna announce yourself as to be a part of a certain group, be knowledgeable. That's all.
That's just a classic case of America being fucking stupid, dude. Just completely just brain dead. The fact that you don't even understand what women suffer, like the word just suffrage, in simple terms like that. You hear so many people throw these fucking big words at people, and it's like, you don't even know what the fuck that means either, so shut the fuck up.
Like I see both sides to like why this also can be related to like Andrew Tate for a hot second.
Here
Just
we go.
because- Top Andrew Tate. Okay, so if you ask women, a lot of women, because I saw a TikTok video of a guy going asking women why they hate Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
They can't explain why they hate Andrew Tate.
They just hate him because
Yeah.
everyone else hates him. It's the cool thing.
And that's what I don't understand. Like, if you hate him for legitimate reasons, so, like, you know, maybe you hate his idea that, you know, a man should get the rights to their women's OnlyFans. His idea of that, which, you know, I don't agree with. And I think that a woman should get whatever they
Oh, yeah, definitely.
sell of their body because it's their body. But
One thing I will say, in the same breath, there's also the same people that are going, oh, I love Andrew Tate. I love this dude. Well, why? And they don't have a reason. They're just because, oh, it's top G. It's like, I have a reason why you like. Maybe he's funny. Maybe he's charismatic. You know, maybe you just, every time he speaks, you want to piss yourself. Whatever it is. That's being funny. But you get the point.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, have a reason for it. Don't just say, oh, I like it because I like it.
and if
No. Educate yourselves, everybody. Continue.
I was just saying, if you're one of those Andrew Taters that go around telling girls,
Andrew Taters.
dude, it's bad. Some kids are doing this, but if you're going around telling girls in your middle school, high school that they should go lose weight, you should get fucking buff, man. Shut the fuck up, because you're probably not buff.
This is what I will say, because I think a lot of people live under this idea that you should never. I hate that because they use this term, fat shame. Listen, I'm gonna say what what's his face, the man, freaking Gogginator, David Goggins. Okay. David Goggins made a good point that if someone calls you stupid, they might be bullying you, but you might be fucking stupid. If someone calls you fat, they might be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat. In the same breath, there's a difference between being a complete dick about it and going to your friend and be like, listen, man, you need to lose some weight. Like, honestly. But in the same breath, don't walk up and be like, what's up, fat motherfucker? Like, you're not accomplishing anything. In fact, all you're doing is making them less likely to change whatever they need to change in their lives to actually become healthy and actually succeed as not just a woman, but as a person in general, whether you're a guy or a girl. America's the most obese country in the world. We have a serious problem with this. So I highly encourage everyone, go to the gym, learn to love it, learn to love yourself, and don't buy the bullshit that you're perfect, whatever you are, because no one in this world is perfect the way they are. Everyone has room to grow, no matter where you are. So that's my message.
That's a good ass message.
I tried. Thank you.
Yeah, because like I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like if you came up to me, like, we're friends, so that's a different demeanor, but you're not gonna go up to some random girl you see in the street and be like, yo, fat ass.
Yeah, be a
Hit the
fucking
gym.
gentleman, guys.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to the guys that do that, sooner rather than later, you're gonna get checked, And trust me, I don't care how many top G kickboxing videos you do. Unless you actually train, you're going to get your ass whooped by someone like me or someone who understands what the fuck they're doing. Even if they know very little. Eventually, someone's just going to get so pissed, you're not going to be paying attention. You're going to get your shit rocked. And you're going to be like, "Whoa, why'd this happen? I don't understand." It's because you're a piece of cock.
Because you talk shit, so
Goodness.
you got hit.
You talk shit, you get hit.
Live by that statement, living fast.
Living fast. Give me some. Oh, shit.
I'm so glad you're getting good with the snap.
Yes. It depends. So some people will snap, some people won't. So it's whatever. But since I've been around you enough more recently, I can.
Yes, sir.
I got that good snap.
Dude, once you snap with a random stranger, you guys become homies right
Dude,
then and there.
honestly.
Yes. It's the...
I also want to make this point. I don't think we have to cut this because I don't think so. If people get offended by this, then I don't care. But as a white guy, right, there's no better feeling in the world when you're at the gas station and the black dude behind you calls you brother. There's no better feeling, dude. A buddy of mine was saying this, and it's true. It's just pure joy because they say it because they're being like super cool and they're friendly. It's like, you got this, brother. Whew. Life changed that day. I was motivated as fuck to go lift them weights. I'll tell you what, it wasn't the pre-workout that was hitting. We might have to cut that. I don't know. Will you cut that?
Let's keep it.
Let's keep it.
But, apparently, I was talking to one of my friends that watched the podcast, and he was going on about Belle Delphine. And apparently there's a video with Belle Delphine in this YouTuber called, like, I don't even know. He's a Twitch and he's a YouTuber. His YouTube name's Penguins O.
Penguins O.
Yeah.
Is
But
he Club
basically,
Penguin YouTuber?
do you know what type of video that Belle Delphine made with this guy?
Was he railing her?
No, it was a competition to see who had more sex toys. This nigga had 4 black mambas. 4 black mambas. Have you ever heard of the black mamba, Ethan?
Buddy. Dude, should we get out our phone and show the camera?
The Black Mamba was a popular thing back in middle school in my friend group.
Was it?
The Black Mamba, yeah, you gotta watch out, it might get you.
You got one on you? Like attached to you is what I'm saying. If you get one on. Saying he's got a big Johnson.
But
I'm so funny.
my question is, in this life, when do you have that much time to buy that many sex toys that you can have a competition with someone and lose barely?
What are those stickers? I don't think you have much room to talk, buddy.
Well,
We're
actually,
not
I
going to show
do.
what they are, but
So here's the thing.
those are some.
Shout out to my
hentai
boy
stickers.
Skylar. That's not my TV.
It's Skylar's. Skylar, you're a sick fuck.
Hey, bro, once you get down to South Carolina, enjoy your time, but you
Is he in South Carolina?
Yeah.
He's got one of my Magic the Gathering decks still. I still have to
shit.
get that back.
Yeah.
He says he's got it. It's fine. So I mean, I trust him. But
We just
still.
need to hang out and plan a day to play Magic.
Dude, we really do. Before I leave too, I
When do you
leave in like a little over a month.
In a little over a
Yeah,
month.
the 24th of October, I leave for basic.
Sweet.
So we got to.
More podcasts. That's what that means. I thought you were
Yeah.
leaving early October.
No, one thing I will say is we're gonna. A lot of these podcasts coming out post October 24th will be pre-recorded. So if you see something that's not necessarily relevant to that day or week or whatever the hell's going on at the time, it's because they were pre-recorded because I'm not technically in Ohio anymore. So I will be in basic, and then in the middle of my basic, I'll come back for holidays, Christmas, New Year's. I get like 16 days, 15 days, something like that. We'll record like 10, 20, something crazy like that. I don't know, podcasts that'll get me until when I officially come back. And God willing, I don't get fucking deployed or something. But yeah, knock on wood.
Don't worry, brother. If you get deployed, I'll just pull this out. They'll be like, "Hey, I got you. He's coming with you."
I can't. We gotta show that to the camera.
I can show it.
No, don't. We'll get in trouble.
I
Because everyone's gonna ask where you got it, and that's an awkward conversation.
got it from a friend. From a friend.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's got humor, but sadly, today's society can't take humor. So you had to give it to me.
I spilled more prime on my dick.
How ironic is that? That's so good.
I got one prime penis.
I have a question. If you
Oh, a Celsius or prime? There's prime. There's one Celsius left. There's one prime left. So go ahead, or two primes left. So you're good. Freaking Bobby raiding our fucking fridge. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Now speaking of
Respectfully,
prime
I'm sorry.
dick,
Prime
do you
dick,
think Logan Paul
dude.
pours prime on his dick,
Dude,
then fucks his girl so he could say he's fucking her
Uh-huh.
prime?
plural
His prime?
girls. I don't think he has a girlfriend, man. That man is a fucking pimp. You kidding me? He's got everything. He's super successful. He's got everything. And the way I've heard him talk on his podcast, because I fucking love Impulsive. Impulsive's a great podcast.
George.
Dude, George Janko makes that podcast.
I love George so much.
And it's him and Mike going at each other the whole time, just fucking ripping into each other. Then even fucking Logan is going,
My favorite thing is George.
what's
acts
happening?
Like, George acts like the victim when Mike's the victim in the situation. Mike's the one who gets bullied in the comments, but George is like, he's host bullying me.
Dude, there's this one moment where Mike apparently, so they're all friends, right? So they'll mess around saying they're gonna slap the shit out of George, and George one time turned around and says, "I'm gonna throw a fucking metal chair at you" in the middle of the podcast. It's on one of them. I can't remember which one it was.
It was the Mike.
And no, I'm talking about like the podcast network.
Oh.
And everyone was getting mad at him. He's like, "Dude, you guys starting to beat my ass every day, and God forbid I throw a chair." Dude, I love that podcast so much. There's nothing better than some Impulsive.
My favorite story from from Impulsive is either Mike Tyson being on shrooms just to eat.
Oh my god, he just fucking took a handful of shrooms.
Or that story
Insane.
about Mike with a girl in a bathroom and how he how he left her there.
We don't condone anything he
Yeah,
did
no,
for legal reasons. This is a joke.
dude, we're gentlemen. You already been
We
through
are
it.
gentlemen. You see what time that says? It says it's time to be fucking gently. But yeah, but what the fuck's been going up with your Yeah.
Well, it's not cancerous, but they don't know what it is.
Okay.
My doctor, the guy, well, it's not my doctor, but the guy I went to says that it's a big question mark in medicine. And we don't like question marks.
No, we don't.
So he's going to surgically remove it. He said I'm going to be taking a nap. I'm going to wake up, go home, go to work, continue my day. But he's going to tell me what it is once it is. I think that by high chance I got bit by a bug, and then it was like Spider-Man, but a shitty version. Instead of like superpowers and just
So
gain
you
weight.
do have a parasite in your titty.
Maybe.
I knew it. I knew it. Everybody said I was wrong. Everybody said it wasn't true. Guess what, motherfucker? It was. Anyway. I got good news in terms of the TikTok page that is now up. The TikTok, the Instagram Reels is coming full swing. And the YouTube Shorts we've been releasing. All because, and he wants his third shout out in a row, so I'm going to do it because I'm giving him 2 in a row. Jackson Milady, I wouldn't say he's a co-producer. I wouldn't even say he's a producer, but he helps run the shorts. I'm eventually going to get, Bobby, I'm getting you in contact with him if you want to look at them and like give him pointers. But that helps us a lot because that means me and you can edit on just the podcast itself and not have to worry about all those. He's
Shout out
releasing
Jackson.
one every day, and he's going to keep doing it while I'm gone, which is a good thing. I thought an extra pair of hands. He said, I'll do it for free. I don't want any money. I don't want anything. I think he just wants like merch if we ever drop some. I'll buy him some merch. It's okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool things coming. One of the first shorts we released, I think it was the second one, has already got 1,000 views.
hell yeah.
So that's fun. It's just the podcast itself is going places. Hopefully, so I was joking with my recruiter, but I said if I get a call in the middle of basic and I get told that the YouTube channel is blown up and it's got like 500,000 to 1 million subscribers, respectfully, I'm out of that bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm getting the fuck out of
know what you do,
basic,
right?
and I'm being a podcaster and fighter full time.
You know what you do, right?
What?
You find that girl that's enlisted and dishonorably.
Dude, stop. We can't say that joke on air. We can't.
Sorry,
I'll get in trouble. Dude, it's just listen. There's some girls who enlist in the army who, for lack of a better words and terms and blah, 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 they're ugly. There's no way to put it. They're super nice, but they're not. Listen, I don't find them attractive, right? And then you have some that are, there's some cute girls and they're really nice or sweet, and then you have a couple of just drop dead gorgeous girls, and they're few and far between in the military, because the military is a fucking hard thing to do. Honestly, even if you're not a conventionally super attractive girl, if you're in the military, the amount of discipline and hard work you have, fucking clap it up for that. That's something that everyone should be commended for if you just get through basic to begin with. I haven't even done it yet, and I feel like there's so much gratitude that should be told towards these individuals. But yeah.
Do you think basic is gonna be harder than what you've been doing? Though?
No.
I was gonna say
no. In terms of a physical workout, no. Like the new learning shit. Like I don't shoot guns. Never been a gun guy. I'm gonna turn myself into one just because I'm becoming an adult now.
Never been hunting?
No, never. I want to go. I would love to go. Only with Joe Rogan though. Joe Rogan, if you're watching this, let's go hunting, buddy. You don't know me, I don't know you. Let's go kill some deer. No, but I'd love to go hunting at some point. But they're gonna have me shoot guns. They're gonna have me do all this other shit. I hear it's the most fun, but the worst fun of all time, because you're gonna get screamed at. You're gonna get treated like shit. But I feel like if you go in there knowing that you're gonna get treated like shit, then anything they say means nothing, because they're just a blank face to me. That they have no hold of my life. It's not like a close relative or someone I really do care about and love and appreciate fucking screaming at me. It's a person I just met who is trying to break me down mentally because that's their job. It's different. In terms of a physical workout, there's not a damn thing they're going to be able to throw at me that I'm not going to have already done something similar or harder than. So physically, that's not going to be the problem. It's going to be doing it the whole day and getting screamed at.
What if they know that physically that you're just like, they can just tell, like, you have MMA? Do you think that for them to mentally break you down will make you do more work, as in like scrub the floor with a toothbrush? And will you do that? If they tell you?
No.
No?
No, I have to. Of course I will. I've been told that they're not going to make me do that. Plus, I hear it's a lot softer than what it used to be. But I'm gonna do what I'm told to do. What must be done. I'm honestly, as a fighter, I'm looking forward to this because I think it's a different mental approach that I'm gonna take in just life after I'm done with this. That'll translate well into fighting, even if I'm not directly training MMA for those 2.5 months, except for those 2 weeks in between. I'll be training in AIT. I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to get some. I'll be able to lift for sure. Shadow boxing off someone, hold mitts. Hopefully, be able to spar. And if we get lucky, I'll be able to get out on the weekends in Oklahoma. That's where they're sending me. And I'll be able to train with the locals, spar with the locals, and I'll be able to keep getting good work in for when my first fight rolls around in hopefully late April is what we're looking for. I'll take anything from when I get back. 155 to 185. Honestly, I could give two fucks less. You want me to cut the weight? I'll cut the weight. You want me to walk in underweight? I'll do it. I just want to fight at this point. I was supposed to fight December-ish this year, and that kind of got fucked over. So I'm ready to beat the shit out of some people in a cage for money. Okay. Well, not for money because it's amateur, but you know what I'm
saying. Do you think that with like going into the military, you're gonna be able to do everything that you're told, like to the bone? Because that's the one thing I could never do as a soldier. Is I'm a hard man in my integrity, so I would have a hard time going against anything that I view morally wrong for me.
I mean,
and that's what one.
Unless they're having me fucking kill babies or something, I don't know. Anything they're gonna do, it's not gonna be something physically I'm not capable of doing. There's nothing that they're gonna be like, do this fucking amount of push-ups, do run this fucking mile. Honestly, the hardest part about doing this is I'm not gonna be able to listen to music. I feel like that's gonna be the hardest part of boot camp. I ain't got MGK. No MGK in my ears, dude. And that's
sad time.
That is sad times, man. I want to listen to some good music, not just MGK either. Cause
you listen to rap, or is it more just like?
I listen to just about everything. I have one of the most diverse music listening ears possible. Name a genre, I'll give you like 4 or 5 bands.
Man. So
or
I don't know.
freaking artists. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So I'm a main rap, but you listen to Elvis?
I've heard a few songs.
What's your-
Can't Stop Falling in Love with You is probably his best one ever.
Have you heard Devil in Disguise?
I have, I think.
Return the Sender?
I don't know.
No.
I've only heard a couple. Oh, it's just not a part of my time. But like rock, hip hop, pop, freaking country,
Like what
fucking
type of
hard
hip-hop?
rock, huh?
What type of hip hop? All like
Anything that's good. If you're a good rap, listen. Anything but Kodak Black. Jesus
Well,
Christ,
you don't like the fact that
dude. Listen, I'm a better rapper than Kodak Black. And before anyone gets mad at me, I want to make this very clear. In fact, I'm gonna pull this shit up. Actually, no, I don't need to because I know I'm fucking right.
his name is Kodak Black, but when you see him, he's white. You're telling me that's not fire? Dog.
No, listen. He in one of his songs that he's a feature on, right? It's a boogie with the hoodie, whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah.
It's called Drownin', which is a good song until Kodak comes on. Literally, one of the lines is, I'm the shit, I'm farting, don't know how to potty. That's a real line that he wrote and thought, damn, that's fire. He's not a rapper. He's not good, all right? I refuse. I had a buddy of mine tell me the other day, too, that NLE Choppa is one of the top 5 greatest rappers of all time. It's
And
the
what-
motherfucker that makes the reels. That's his fourth shout-out.
Jackson,
Yeah.
listen, Jackson, if you're talking about it as in hype, I might be able to agree with you there. Dude,
All-time great.
Shot of Flow 1, when that came out, I am a menace. That was bumping everywhere.
Yeah, but is he a top 5 historically great rapper?
No, I would not put him in my top 5.
Exactly.
I'd put
He's a mumble rapper.
top 5. Your top 5 historic rappers of all time.
I don't know if I'd be able to list them, but I can give names. I can give a bunch of names. I mean, for me, the ones that first pop out are freaking what's his face? Jesus, I'm dying. Not Kendrick Lamar, although Kendrick Lamar is really good.
Yes, sir.
You
You heard his new album?
J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah.
I don't know why I was blanking so much. J. Cole, to me, as a pure rapper and lyricist, he is top 5 for sure. I don't know how you don't put him on there. The next one that pops into my mind is Eminem. I think he's actually probably more of a lyricist in terms of just talent. But I mean, we haven't seen everything that he could do, and we've pretty much seen Eminem's whole career. So to try to compare him right now, I think is a dumb idea. The next one, maybe Kendrick. I don't know. Kendrick's really good. I don't think he has enough love, but maybe like I don't know. I don't want to put Biggie or Tupac on my list because I don't listen to him enough to be able to fully say that. But I do fuck with some old school Biggie, some good Tupac. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
The next one, NF. Again, for just some people don't like him, and it's not their cup of tea. I get it. He doesn't curse. Some people just don't like it. But in terms of pure lyricism, look at his lyrics and look at the rhyme sheet and just sit there in awe on how fucking talented he is.
NF is, I feel like Pumpkin Spice. He's pretty popular, like he's well known, but once you drink him and listen, it's like you either like it or you don't.
Yeah,
And-
he's a very love or hate type guy.
And for me,
Or
he hit.
artist.
I got into his song "How Could You Leave Us?" If you've ever listened to
Oh,
that.
that's a good song,
Dude.
It's sad as fuck.
Literally described my relationship with my mother, and like everything he went through, I went through junior year. So I was like, damn. There's 2 things that got me through junior year: NF and this girl's ass in one of my classes. I appreciate you. I had the biggest crush on her, and I sat
Not
right.
her, the ass.
No, she was also really beautiful. She was a really beautiful girl.
She was a gorgeous girl.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I was dozing off, my head nodded down. It nodded down to something that woke me up.
Dude.
It was her ass.
She was the first period. First thing I saw, really nice. Good time. Would take that class.
She's
again
going to
if I
see
had
this
to.
at some point and be like, oh.
Dude, you don't even know the class or grade. We're chilling.
You said
That's
junior
4
year.
years. Oh, junior.
Oh,
Fucked yourself over.
I forgot about that.
Hey, girl with the nice ass in junior year of the first period of Garrett. Give me a phone call. We'll have you on the podcast. We'll make sure you're wearing leggings. Or some short shorts.
Just jokes, respectfully.
Yes, of course,
joking.
respectfully. But yeah, Eminem, J. Cole, NF. To me, it's just pure lyricism.
I would just like to state real quick, back to that conversation real quick. I feel like it needs. My mom just died that year, so keep that in mind. There can be little things that make
Gotcha.
your years better.
I didn't mean to
No, not you,
interrupt
not
that
you.
good part. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I just want to make sure people are not like, man, he's objectifying women. Nah, my mom died. It was a sad time.
Yeah.
But
And asses just really help that. I'm sorry, it does.
But so J. Cole, Eminem, NF, 2 more. Because you said you can't.
Let me look through my phone.
Okay, I'll go with.
I also want to make it clear that I don't believe that Machine Gun Kelly's rapping is the best. I'm not a fan of it. I like his rock music better.
I will have to
Oh,
say.
you know it's Young Gravy. Young Gravy's such a fucking meme, dude.
I did enjoy Rap Devil by him. I thought it was a good
That was
clever
alright.
song.
I give him that. And he has some other stuff, like in terms of just rap songs that like they're not bad. I'm not hating on them, but I wouldn't say he's a top tier lyricist, and I would not pick that music over his rock music, his alternative rock. I think his rock music, honestly, some of the best music I've ever heard. I love that shit. Let's see.
What do you think of Jonah Lucas?
Oh, he's fucking good.
Yes, sir.
Add him to the list. Oh, that dude, he's so good. Do we count Post Malone? I don't think we do. His music's
He's more pop, isn't he?
he's like hip hop, pop, and rock mixed together.
Sunflower was good.
You're the sunflower.
Dude, that was such
I
a good
think your love
movie.
would be so much. His new albums are really
Sony's
good.
gonna do it wrong if they don't have him in the new movie again.
They
the
will.
Spider-Man.
They gotta have him in. Yeah, but like, all his albums have been fucking hits, dude. Stoney was amazing. Beerbox and Bentley was amazing. Hollywood's Bleeding. Holy shit, was that amazing. By the way, the best song on that, in terms of a hype song, is Hollywood's Bleeding. But outside of that, the best overall song, 1,000 Bad Times. Anyone who says anything differently, your opinion is invalid. Continue.
I have one question before I make my statement. Is that the album that Doja Cat's on?
Doja Cat, the newest one, yeah. It's really good. You're a Doja Cat fanboy. You love her to death.
I was just gonna say that song was fire. If it's on the album,
It's not the only thing you think that's fire about her, huh?
Nah, bro. She's more of like we'd be friends. We'd be friends. That's about it. I feel like we could have a nice cup of. I'll be 21 in 5 months. Have a nice couple shots of tequila. Play some zombies on Black Ops 2 Origins.
Dude, I've been playing that.
Yes,
It's
sir.
good.
Be a good time. Good party.
Dude, it was on sale for $15
For the whole editions, everything.
No, just for the game itself on the Xbox game store. I've been playing a lot more Xbox than fucking PC. I need to update my PC a lot and like upgrade it. I need a new graphics card. My processor should be good, but new graphics card. And I think it's about it. It's just the graphics card's not that good. I mean, maybe a new processor, but the motherboard's brand spanking new, and I mean, maybe a new case and some fancy LEDs, but that's not going to help performance. So
I need a new graphics card myself.
everyone needs a new graphics card,
I
dude.
tried to play Spider-Man. You know, I was telling you about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we have that on film.
Every time I go to start it up, it says your graphic card is not capable, but it still plays. So we're chilling.
Dude, the games I like or I want to play on my computer are if I don't play them on the highest graphic settings on my computer, they don't feel right, or I know they won't do it justice, right? And I don't have the best equipment to do that, so I have to play on my Xbox, which is good graphics. They're running fucking Cyberpunk. By the way, I've been replaying that, and let me tell you something. Pan Am Palmer, great character. Got it. Honestly, dude. Yeah, Bobby's nodding his head like, fuck, yes, she is. Dude,
You know, like,
Pan Am is just a complete unit. She's a badass.
from what?
You never played Cyberpunk?
No, sir.
What the shit?
I've never played.
Everyone,
I
attention.
heard-
Play Cyberpunk. It's amazing.
you know what? I heard that. I've heard mixed feelings about it. I heard some people think it's good, some people think it's bad.
All right. What I'll say about that, we're gonna get into our top 5 video games of all time and story-based games. Jesus, we have so much shit to talk about. So, I feel like I'm talking too much. Am I talking too much?
No, you're good. Keep going.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. We're gonna have one of these episodes where it's just Garrett. I do feel like I talk way too fucking much. But
Freaking dress you up as a mime. You're just
yeah,
but continue.
Anyway, so you in the fucking first period looking at her butt.
If you watch this, all respectfully from me, of course.
Yeah, listen, it's nothing but love.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, mainly physically.
Hey, no, bro. Listen, there's not a lot of girls where I would not ask them to split the bill. But if you're watching this, you have me on social media. I'll pay
Does
for
she?
your dinner. I'll take you out.
Ooh.
Have you seen that?
Hey.
Take me out to dinner.
Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo. Need some of these. You want some?
I will take one. Oh, chocolate man loves a good piece
But-
of chocolate.
What the fuck? What I will say about Cyberpunk, when it first came out, yes, it's very buggy. Is it still a little buggy from time to time? It can be. But if you play video games, let me finish doing this. If you're playing a video game for a purely enjoyable experience in terms of the combat's fun, but mainly it's the story that you love, and you don't enjoy Cyberpunk, you don't deserve to talk about video games in terms of a storytelling capacity. If you want to be like, oh, I wanted multiplayer, and they said they were going to do it, but they didn't end up doing it, and they scrapped the idea, cool. If you want to say, we've waited over fucking 2 years, and or what, it came out in 2022? Or 2020, I mean?
Yeah, 2020. It's
Or 2021. It came out last December, so 2021. It's taken 2 years to make the DLC that's coming out in, I believe, January of next year.
Oh, they're still releasing content for the game?
Yeah. They're making, it's the only expansion they're ever going to do, as far as I'm concerned. They might have tiny things, but in terms of like a new quest line for the game, they're releasing it, and I think a lot of new players are going to hop on. But in terms of just a purely story-based game, it's so fucking good. It's so, when you're playing it, you feel a sense of urgency in the character that you have to fucking go through the main storyline, which is the only real knock I'll do, because I haven't really played that much of the side quests, mainly because I'm so invested in the main storyline and Pan Am Palmer. Bobby Gates get a little laugh at that. In that story arc of the characters and the biochip that's in your head, I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't played it, but you're so focused on the main story and you're like, oh my god, because of how the game's based, that there's a big sense of urgency that you don't really look at the side quests, which is another thing. And then one of your friends in the game, shit, I can't say that, it's gonna spoil it, but essentially they could have developed some characters better early on, so that had more of an impact later on. That's what I'll say. It's a great game.
So where
Everyone
would
should
you
play
place it?
Huh?
You, in your top 5?
Oh,
where
it's in
would
my
you place
top
it?
5 for
But
sure.
where at?
I don't know. I would have to look. Let me think. Purely story-based games, top 5.
Best, yeah, story based, yeah.
So games that really got the feelings going, or really like. Okay. Number 1, what would I put? I don't know if it could be any of them, honestly. So the I'm just gonna name them, and then maybe I'll put them in a list. So the number 1, I'm not number 1, but the first couple that I'm gonna list off, Firewatch.
Okay.
It's only like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. It is amazing, and people are like, "Oh, it ended off on a note where they could have made the ending better." No, they purposely did that so people will become more and more curious about what was really going on in that forest. And if you haven't played Firewatch, Bobby, have you played Firewatch?
I don't think is that the one where it's like fire tower in the woods?
Mm-hmm. Holy shit!
For it, but I haven't played it.
Do you have a Game Pass?
No, but like, is it on PC?
It should be, yeah. You can find it on Steam somewhere. Anyway, Firewatch, holy shit. It's so good. The whole time I'm on the edge of my seat after like the first 30 minutes of the thing, and I'm like, and it's not that it's scary, but it's startling, kind of. It's not going to give you any crazy big jump scares, but it's going to do a bunch of these little tiny acts that paint such a nice picture, and you're going to slowly panic, be like, what the fuck's happening? This is so good. And it's genuinely one of the best games I've ever played. Number 2, this game made me cry. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Oh my god. Oh, it's such... I'm saying this now. God... Hoping to God, I'm not very religious, but I'm going to say it. pray to God that I don't go out too early. But if I do, when I do die, this song, "The Parting Glass," sang by that character at the end of the game. You know what I'm talking about. You played it?
I played.
That needs to be played at my funeral. It is and my retirement speech when I'm done fighting. That'll be played because it's such a good fucking game, dude. And the ending's perfect and the characters are so well made. Holy shit. I could talk about Black Flag for hours, but here, I want you to talk some about
so
some games.
my top game.
Because those are like two that I'll list off the rest later. You list off 2 or 3 because I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. I'm so into this.
Okay, so my top game and story base would probably be, because I don't want to say superhero.
Are we live again?
automatically. Oh shoot! Yeah, we are live again.
Okay, so sorry for the cut, ladies and gentlemen. The camera rolling. We're good. All right, sorry for the cut. Our fucking batteries in our interface just died, and we both looked at each other like we're fucking stupid. Like, what was happening? But what we're talking about top
video
5
games.
games.
Yes,
Do you want me to
and
finish
I'll
my
fucking-
list, or are you gonna go with your list?
I'm gonna go with my list. Okay.
Okay, name
So,
off your first 2 because I named 2, and then we'll finish them with 3.
I'm gonna stay away from any superhero games because that's kind of biased. But story based, have you played Final Fantasy X? I think it's XV.
Give me a
13?
number.
I think it's 13.
No, but I've played 15, and that's on my list.
13's good.
Is it?
And I'm gonna say Assassin's Creeds in general because I love Revelation. If you've ever played that, that was just with Ezra, dude.
that's so good.
Dude, it was so good. Black Flag. Those are the only 2 I played. I'm thinking about starting Odyssey. You ever played it?
Don't play Odyssey.
Don't-
Don't play Valhalla. I'm trying to play Origins just so I can get the whole basis of the very start. But these past few games, I've picked them up and tried them. They're horrible.
Damn.
They're not Assassin's Creed games, which is why I'm so hyped about Assassin's Creed Mirage that just got released. Did you see that? Or it's not released, but like the trailer for
Yeah.
it. So apparently they talked to the people at who makes them? Treyarch? No.
No,
Treyarch-
isn't it the ones the same as GTA and Red Dead? Or no?
No, it's not Rockstar.
Okay.
I can't remember, but basically the people who make it came out and said it's going to be more actually Assassin's Creed based game. We're going back to a
Oh, it's
similar
Ubisoft.
combat.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
What?
Ubisoft came out and they basically said we're sticking to our roots at this point. We're getting rid of the whole pass through we've made, and we're going back to like purely Assassin's Creed. So I'm hoping they're making this character and they're developing them to look like the next Ezio. And I fucking loved Ezio. So if this is anything even close to that, as a fan, I'm super hyped.
So you think it's actually gonna be good?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
sweet.
super excited. And if I buy it and it sucks, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind on this podcast.
This is again series because both games story wise was fantastic. Only one was good multiplayer, but the Red Dead series,
I never played them.
dude, so
I
good.
played the very beginning of Red Dead Redemption 2, and I hear great things about them, but I just haven't. I don't have a PlayStation. That's what they came out on, and I haven't gotten around to really playing them. So
Do you have it on Xbox?
no, I don't have it. I have an Xbox. I don't have it on Xbox.
Okay. After this, remind me. I think I have old games, and I think one of them in disc is Red Dead. My Red Dead 2 copy. I'll let you borrow
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll play
Dude,
it a little bit.
Such a good story.
Is it?
Yes. Okay, and then I don't know if you played this game, and only people that have played it will probably like know. It's like an off-brand GTA. It's called Sleeping Dogs.
No.
Yeah, man, it was an Xbox 360 game. It's like GTA, but it's not multiplayer, and it's just campaign-wise. And you're in a Chinese part of a gang, and then you're against this other gang, and there's this whole story. One of the only things that made me cry because of my mother in the game. All right, R.I.P. her.
R.I.P. the mother in a video game. We miss you, homie. All right, so the rest of my list, and again, they're not in any order. Final Fantasy 15. Holy shit, I love this game. Mainly because listen, I love Pokemon as just Pokemon has always held a special place in my heart because I played it as a kid. Every now and again, I'll pick up an old copy of a game and play it. I tried to play the newer ones, but I haven't fully finished it. I got like halfway through and I quit playing it. But the turn-based system and like a Pokemon and Final Fantasy, I'm not terribly big on. But when they switched it up and they did more of a free-flowing, non-turn-based style of Final Fantasy in 15, I loved it. And the characters of Noctis, Prompto, Gladio, and Ignis is amazing. And I'll tell you what.
I messed up.
What?
That's the Final Fantasy.
Oh,
I
is that
played.
the one?
Yeah, it's not 13.
It's
'cause
It's 15,
it
the
was
newest one.
Yeah,
With Noctis.
yes.
Fucking yeah,
Yes.
give me some. I
Dude,
love that
was
game. Dude. Oh, holy shit, because now we can just fucking completely nerd out on this shit.
Dude, my favorite thing. What was your favorite side thing to do? I love to fish. I became a fishing master, bro.
I never really actually got into it too much. I played it for like an hour or two in total. And it's just... Listen,
You only played an hour and two, and you think it's... Dude, you gotta finish it then.
no, I'm talking about fishing.
Oh.
No, I beat the game like 3 or 4 times. Listen, the game, its pacing is strange. I'll say that. But if you stick to it and you fully finish, holy shit! I genuinely like teared up a little bit because at the end of the game, it puts you in a spot where the crew, you don't really know if they live or not. Like you don't, because you see all the demons come after them. After, well, shit. Can we spoil it? We're gonna spoil it. Everyone, skip ahead like 10 minutes or something if you wanna actually play Final Fantasy 15. It's been out forever, so I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
At this point.
It's been like a good 6 years, hasn't it?
It's been out for a while. I love that game so much. I'm thinking about replaying it actually. I looked at it the other day. But essentially, Noctis has to kill this dude named Arden. Arden is a man that consumes the souls of the demons, essentially. You missed it again. He sucks dick at fucking throwing trash in the fucking trash can. Fucking weasel. Anyway. Arden's... That's how he continues to live, but he gains the very, like, malicious intent of these demons, and he essentially, like, can't be killed until Noctis exists. So Noctis kills him, and he, like, cures the, we're such fucking nerds. He cures the long night that has lasted for, like, 10 years because he's been in a fucking slumber that some fucking magical rock put him in. Oh, my God. And basically, when he dies... And he's finally in the afterlife with Luna Freya, Lady Luna Freya. That's how the game ends, is they are reunited because Luna dies. And that was a fucking tearjerker, too. Like, you thought... Nobody really teared up or got upset when the whole kingdom fell and the dad died because nobody really knew the characters. But Luna had so much build-up to her. And you were like, fuck, she died? No. So... That was disappointing. And basically, the characters are left to fight off these thousands of demons. And there's like a bunch of theories saying, did they live or not?
Of course.
The main theory I have of they lived, and obviously Noctis didn't. In order to restore the light, he had to die. That's part of the prophecy that they had. But the reason why I think so is because they were for that 10-year slumber. I don't know how. Maybe it was 6 years. I don't know. I can't remember how long it was. They were professional demon slayers. That's all they did. You're telling me they can't handle some big boys and just fucking book it?
Nah, bro.
They're fine.
Yeah.
They lived. For the sake of me. By the way, when this podcast does eventually make money, we're buying a replica of the Regalia.
Yeah, I was about to say that was the saddest. One of the saddest parts is when the whole car got fucked over. Dude, that actually upset me.
It did. I was upset because they were driving into the city trying to take it back. And that's when they touched the stone and he went into the slumber. Dude, that fucking game, it's so good. Jesus. Anyway.
What's next?
Next game. So we've listed off Firewatch, Cyberpunk,
Final Fantasy.
and Final Fantasy 15. I mean, there's other Final Fantasies that are great, but in terms of my top, like, 15 or top 10, 5.
Assassin's Creed. You're at 4.
Oh, Black Flag.
Yes, sir.
So then the next one, what's the? Oh, Life is Strange: True Colors. I haven't fully played the original Life is Strange myself. I've seen like Jacksepticeye play it before. Yeah, the Japs, man, they played it real good. No, I've seen Jacksepticeye play it when it first came out, and I love the story of it. But I had the Game Pass, and they fully released all the episodes. And since I'm a cheap bastard and didn't want to buy the other episodes of Life is Strange on its own, I played it. I've never been like, maybe it's because I'm such a lonely fuck, but the ending of it's so fucking good, dude. The story is so amazing, and there's so many different options and outcomes for the game. Like, I was sitting there Googling what's the best option to pick in such a high moment. Like, I paused the game and freaked out. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And that game I need to replay it because it's so good. maybe it ruins the experience because you don't know what's happening as you're playing those
So
episodes.
is it a game where you decide, like, and based on your actions, it changes the game?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
There's different. So they wrote it to where the character can either go crazy for this one girl who's fucking cool as shit, or the one dude who's also a fucking complete Chad of a man. They really wrote all the characters so well. Like, there's never a character. Like, a lot of times in these newer games, you'll see they'll have a and this is not meant to be disrespectful in the slightest, but they'll put in a gay character or a certain race or whatever it is, just so they can say, oh, we have diversity or we have this, and they don't fucking write the character, so the character suffers, and then you have everybody like, oh, we're sick of this. They genuinely wrote amazing fucking characters, and for that they deserve a clap up, because not a lot of people are willing to go that extra mile to not just have it in a video game, but to really write a good story and a good character.
I just hate how there's certain categories in, like, winning Grammys and other
Yeah,
things
it's
where
so stupid.
you need an African American in your movie. You need a certain thing, LGBTQ, yada yada.
Why can't we just make good movies and they happen to be whatever race they are? Whether they're all black, whether they're all Indian, whether they're all Asian, whether they're all white. Who the fuck cares, honestly? If you're sitting here right now and you're going, you have to have this, and because it's a part of the diversity, and nobody cares, dude. Just make a good movie or make a good video game, regardless of even if it's on those topics or that diversity. If you make a genuinely good game or a genuinely good movie, people are gonna notice. And that's one thing that so many people have ignored now, is nobody wants to admit the fact that they're wrong. And if you just made a good game, people wouldn't care. And let me tell you something. The fact that your main character could be gay or straight or bi or whatever, she's technically bi, depending on, well, she's written as potentially bi or potentially only gay or straight, but they took the time to make sure she was a really good character. I'm blanking on all the names, but if I heard them, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's them. But that's another one. And the honorable mention that I'll say, it's very slow paced, but if you have the time, I highly recommend it, because it's technically not a story game, but they have a story like game in it. The Long Dark. Have you ever played it?
I've not. I've heard of it though. Oh wait, The Long Dark with the little boy, right?
No.
No. Dang.
No. There's no little boys in this one. Sorry.
No, like the main character's like a little kid, and you walk around. No.
No. So the fuck. Okay, that wasn't whose phone. Someone's phone went off.
Probably mine.
So The Long Dark is essentially a survival game, right? Is what it originally was, and they made an episode series, and you're in the Canadian wilderness. You're on this like remote deserted island part of Canada, or maybe it's Alaska, one of the two. I think it's considered Canadian. And you have to survive. There's no electricity. There's no heating. You have to make fire. You have to make sure you don't freeze to death. Make sure you're drinking, eating food, drinking water. Like, you have to consistently. It's the most realistic survival game there is. And then they made a story game around it where you play as this character Mackenzie, and then the other character, I can't remember what her name was. If I heard it, I'd be able to tell you. But essentially, yeah, definitely Rochelle. That's 100% it, actually. Basically, did I say you could fucking buzz phone? I put you on silent. Jesus Christ.
Popular man, Bobby.
I'm a very popular man. I don't even think it was my phone, actually. Is Bobby's phone? Bobby, it's all your fault.
Is it my phone?
It might be mine.
Okay.
Anyway, they made a story of it, and the story is slow paced because you're in a fucking deserted wilderness. But the idea is that there's this aurora that's coming up. You know what the aurora is? Like the colors in the sky.
Yeah.
That hits, and it like ruins all electrical fields. It ruins literally everything electronical, everything based in modernism, if you will. Like, the only phones that work are like the landline phones that are all connected through a wire system underground or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist.
Okay.
But it's so good, and they haven't even finished it yet.
They're still working on
Through
it?
the 5th episode hasn't come out. That's the final episode that ties in all the characters, and it left it on a cliffhanger. Oh my goodness. I'm super excited. It's supposed to come out next year. It was supposed to come out this December, I think, and then they pushed it back. I could be wrong on that, but Listen, if you haven't played any of those games, go play them now. Garrett,
Yes, sir.
finish your list, please, sir.
Okay, so I think I named 4, so I need to name one more. Story-based game, then I would have to say probably the Batman games, but that's just because that was my childhood. And my favorite
respect
one, Asylum. Now, City, Asylum, Night, Origins, and Story Mode.
Mhm.
But dude, the multiplayer for Origins was something else. Going around as Batman kicking people's asses.
Was it fun?
Yes, because game chat was a thing, and so people would fucking rage. So it was enjoyable. But you know what else is coming out? Since you were talking about like things coming out games wise, anime, new animes coming out. Yeah. Listen,
I don't watch enough anime to be a part of this conversation.
okay, never mind.
No, couldn't go ahead.
No,
I don't
we'll
want to
save
cut
it.
you off.
We'll save it for the podcast where you're a mime and Garrett will talk. It'll be anime. But I was just gonna say, Demon Slayer's coming out soon, y'all. Get ready for that shit.
Demon Slayer?
Oh yes.
I've never seen them.
Um,
I've seen like 3 animes.
what are the 3? So I have an idea of what
Maybe you've seen Erased.
I have.
I fucking love Erased. Right?
Okay.
Watch that from front to back. I've got halfway through rewatching it the second time. Great show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
My opinion on that though is like just real quick is I liked great everything.
First of all, don't say real quick like you have been talking the whole. Dude, if you have something to say, slap me across the face. Be like, shut the fuck up, you dumbass white kid. I'm speaking. I talk way too much.
Just whip it now.
So please go ahead.
Okay, so Erased. Great everything, great plot, everything. Just the killer was too obvious. That was my only downfall.
In hindsight, it was obvious. In the middle of it, I mean, maybe.
Like
I definitely suspected it, but I didn't fully realize it until it happened. And then you're like, oh, that's obvious. Duh, it was clearly the teacher. My bad.
Anybody who hasn't seen
My bad. Fuck. You kind of ruined the whole show. It's still good, dude.
Okay, what are the other 2 enemies?
Konosuba?
kind of. Ooh, what's that about?
Dude, it's a comedy. It's fucking hilarious. If you haven't seen Konosuba, go watch it. I think they've got like 2 seasons in a movie. I only saw the first season. I haven't seen the second. And I haven't seen the movie. I'm going to watch those. It's basically this dude dies in the dumbest way possible. And he comes back to life. And he comes back to life in an RPG world. Is that's essentially what happens. And he's talking to this goddess that's telling him all the rules of the world. They look at him and they go, you're allowed to have one gift that you come into this RPG world with, that is the afterlife. And he chooses to bring the goddess. So the goddess comes with him, and she's stuck inside, I think her name's Aqua. She's stuck inside this fucking RPG world with him, and he's just sitting there going, what the fuck did you expect? I had to bring one thing. And he just said, I'm going to bring you. So it's good. And then I've seen a little bit of Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul?
Mhm.
Okay. I recommend if you...
Oh, Beyblade. Hashtag Skylar's the homie. Let her rip.
Was Beyblade Japanese made?
Beyblade was amazing. Dude, if you enjoy Beyblade or Bakugan or Pokemon when you were a kid, you didn't have a childhood.
I'm not saying that. The thing about Pokemon that I hated is that they let my boy Pikachu get hurt too much. I didn't like that.
You didn't like it?
Nah, bro. Dude, that one episode with Mewtwo where he kicks Ash's ass and he thought that Ash died. It was so sad. He goes, Pika! And then it was like he was going Super Saiyan.
I like the sound effects on that.
Pika! But Demon Slayer's coming out.
Mhm.
Another one I think you would like is this anime called Chainsaw Man.
Mhm.
It's about a man that's made out of a chainsaw. Like he eats, like it's this demon. He makes a deal with this demon, and what I understand, I don't actually know the storyline, but he makes this deal with this demon, gets the demon's power, and he goes fights things. It looks pretty interesting.
Oh, I've seen a little bit of Full Metal Alchemist as well. Oh, that's good.
Have you seen the part with the dog?
I got to the point where he summoned his brother back into this fucking metal thing.
Oh, you're like on episode 4.
Dude, I'm very early on. I stopped watching anime a while ago. Once my older brother moved out, who is the main driving force in me watching anime to begin with, I kind of stopped. Because It's not for me. Maybe every now and again I'll pick it up and watch some. Like I watched a race the other day, just because I had a bit of extra time. I finally finished editing one of the clips, and I just wanted to chill, read a book, watch some shows, and go to bed. I had like an hour, if that.
Okay.
And I had already finished all my training, so then I'll watch it. But mainly, like TV shows like The Office is stuff I'll watch. If you haven't seen The Office, everybody, listen. It's the best, and I'm not kidding when I say this, and if you disagree with me, cool. It is the greatest TV show to ever be made or produced. There's no argument. There's no other show you can name. I don't give a fuck, all right? And I'm saying the fuck with emphasis, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm letting that motherfucker fly.
How many seasons were there?
9, I think.
It was good for 8 seasons.
It
was good for 8 seasons.
Shut up, all right? Michael Scott, I'm not gonna. If you don't understand the Office, I'm not gonna say it. Basically, a main character leaves.
I haven't seen the 9th season, bro. I'm that type of guy. After
it wasn't that it was bad. It just wasn't as good as the top seasons. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And listen, it happens with every show. Every show that goes on that long is gonna happen.
Walking Dead, bro. You remember that
It's
show?
not the same. It used to be so good. Oh, by the way, everybody, not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I want to make this announcement. I am in the stages of writing a TV show I'm going to release. I don't know if we're going to make its own channel or what. Basically, we're going to put a couple $1,000s into it. I'm going to put probably $6,000 into it total. I don't know. However much it really costs. We're doing it low budget, but I'm going to try to be getting in touch with some people that I feel like are going to be decent actors, people who actually have some acting experience. I'm writing the script for it now. I'm like 3 episodes deep. It's pretty good. It's essentially, I want to say The Walking Dead, because I definitely took inspiration from it, but it's a zombie-based apocalypse, and you're going to see the characters from not just like a teenage point of view, because there are going to be some younger characters and there's going to be some older characters, but in general, you're going to get a different standpoint of there's not just a main Rick. There's going to be like 4 like main people that truly matter.
And it goes back and forth.
Yeah, and they're all part of the group. Like, have you ever seen Dead Island?
Yes.
Or play the game?
Mm-hmm.
You know how there's 4 people?
Yes.
Yeah, there's main guys, and they're all part of the group technically, and you see them in cutscenes. It's going to be that, but the whole show. It's going to be like, the zombies are going to be more The Walking Dead based, slower paced, but I really want to, I think this can be something really good. And since it's all going to be free, like, I mean, obviously ads if we can, but since it's all going to be free, I feel like it can actually be something good if I put the right amount of time into it. I don't want to spoil anything. All I'm going to say is if you see a trailer come out in December, that is why.
All I gotta say, G, is if you make me love a character and then you kill him, I'm done watching. I haven't seen Walking Dead since season 3, since Glenn died.
He didn't die in season 3.
Oh, whatever. What season was it?
Season 5, season 6.
Oh, it was that late? Oh, then season
Listen,
5, 6.
I cried when Glenn died too.
Dude, me too.
Abraham got his fucking face beat in. Why can't you just leave the ginger dead? Why'd you have to kill the Asian dude? Jesus Christ, Garrett, you've missed 7 shots today. Nobody can see this. There's a trash can right there, and he's missed fucking 7 of them.
Listen, you miss every shot you don't take. I've been missing every shot I've taken so far.
Yeah.
Still.
Miss every shot you don't take. Unfortunately, I never make any of them. No, but yeah, I think it's got the chance of being something very special. Please
I'm
continue.
excited.
Oh yeah,
Shoot, what were we talking about before
The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, just after season 5, 6, it got bad once Glenn died. I'm one of those guys. I'm a hard die fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever watch what's that show called? Twilight movie.
Did I ever watch Twilight?
Yes, sir.
So my mom's what you call a big fan girl, and I was young when it came out, and I was forced to sit in front of the TV
And watch it.
and watch it with her.
Same with my aunt, but I liked it.
What?
Dude, I had.
I liked it.
Dude, I had the biggest crush on
Girl,
the girl, but the aunt. She's a vampire.
I thought you were gonna be like, I had the biggest crush on Edward, and we were all gonna go, what the fuck just happened? Garrett came out of the closet.
Nah, dude, I was Team Jacob, bro. I thought it was bullshit.
Some bullshit. We werewolves up in this motherfucker.
Yeah. But Jacob was there, but you know what? He's going after their daughter, who's his age now. Whatever that is. He's going after that, so.
Wait, how old is technically Edward?
He's at least 100 years old.
And how old is Bella?
Like 20.
Well, and she is in high school at the start of it. It's like 18, 17.
And he was opposing it.
And we're bitching about a 35-year-old talking to an 18-year-old.
That's a good point.
That's pedophilia, ladies and gentlemen.
If a vampire does date someone like that, is that wrong? They're the same age and body, but mentally.
He got bit when he was that young. So he's about the same age. So I don't think so.
Because his brain can't fully develop that way, right?
No.
So he's stuck at that brain age.
Who knows? Maybe he's 21 and they find a fucking loophole to get him in. But even if you're 21 and they're 18, I mean, I get... depends. Everyone's different. I wouldn't be okay with it if it was my daughter, but...
I think before we start getting... I think that there's so many people passionate about, like, 16-year-old and 18-year-old dating. I think that we should start making groups to fight for other countries, because if they have an issue with a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old dating, what about the 12-year-olds in Japan?
Yeah, there's a lot of 12-year-olds getting that 18-year-old peen, and that shit is fucking disgusting.
Dude, there's probably a 12-year-old that's dating a 35-year-old.
Yo! That's why he's probably from Japan, yo.
I saw a video. The other guy that the Philadelphia guy that screamed a lot. He got called out. Being a pedophile with the cupcake.
EDP. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That same guy found some old dude in I think it was Seattle, but he was like grooming.
You want to come to the mic? Yeah, Bobby, our producer, please come up. Talk, mine or Garrett's, whatever one. Which one you want? Mine's cooler. Yeah, fuck you, Garrett.
His house, and he would he found this one 35-year-old guy was grooming this girl on Discord and stuff for years. And they found the logs, and they drive all the way out to his house and called the cops, and they're like, "Yeah, there's nothing we can do about this. We'll have to have an investigation and stuff." But it was they were about to move out. It was some
So, this man's going and lecturing people online about grooming on Discord.
Well, no, the same guy that caught EDP.
Oh, the same guy who caught EDP, okay.
Yeah, they just, catch people.
Okay.
They just do predator
I thought
catch.
EDP was going.
No.
I was like, dog, you gotta work
No,
on your
they found
cupcakes.
this one guy who was just dude, it was after I watched the video, it's the darkest shit I ever found on YouTube. It was
Oh, I've seen some dark shit.
it was,
Have you seen that one video of the Chinese,
Thank you for coming
Asian?
on, sir. I appreciate you. Everybody, give it up. All two of us.
Well, thank you for coming on.
We're gonna have a whole episode one of these days with Bobby. What? What'd he do?
I went to shake his hand and I think he's expecting a dab. But I was trying to match your vibe of shaking hands, so I went to shake his hand and he looked at me like.
That's
Why you-
almost as awkward as the time me and Garrett. He went to dap up and I went to give him my knucks, and then eventually he went knucks and then I went handshake or dap up, and we got trolled for that a little bit. My bad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the darkest shit I've seen on YouTube, there's a whole documentary about it. This fucking dude, right? He was super inspired by Columbine. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
The school shooting.
1999.
He made these fucking comics of this girl from this... Who's that? What's his name? He's a Phantom. Nickelodeon. He's a Phantom.
Oh, Danny Phantom.
Yeah, the girl in that. He had a major thing for her, apparently. He was fornicating on that cartoon, bro. And essentially, he made his own cartoon series with her in it. And he believed when he died, he was going to come back as a ghost girl spirit because he believed he didn't belong in a man's body. He was transgender. And, well, I don't know. He didn't consider it. I don't think that because at the time, it wasn't really a widespread thing yet. So he considered that. And you can just slowly, because he used to be a YouTuber. And you can slowly see how he lost his fucking marbles. Holy shit. This man went into his work. He literally every week would post like videos of him like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and nobody cared. And he finally got on. He was like, I'm gonna flip a coin. If it's on heads, I'm going to a school. If it's on tails, I'm going to the supermarket I work at. And he ended up like killing like 3 or 4 people and then himself. Yeah, it's fucking dark as shit. There's a whole documentary on it. I don't know. I might link it. I might not. I don't know if I want to give this dude like.
No.
I mean, the documentary is clearly made to show that this guy's a fucking psychopath.
Do you know his name?
Fuck, I can't remember his name. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. The documentary is really good that they made on him, but it's just, it goes to show that some people are not mentally capable of fully comprehending the world. So he's clearly confused with coming back as a ghost girl, believing he's in a woman's body. And if you do believe that, I mean, it's your business. But my point is, he's confused at the world. Not that this is right or wrong, but he doesn't know what he's doing, right? So since he's so confused with the world, nothing else makes sense, and he feels like the only way to get back at certain people is to fucking shoot them. Can recommend. That's not smart. Would not go and shoot your coworkers. Sorry, Garrett. Might come in and fucking gun you down, but that's for another episode.
No, brother, you don't want to do that. You're at my house right now.
I'm sure you guys got a bunch of guns. I'm just meeting everybody at this fucking place. You guys love the Second Amendment. I ain't fucking with that. But no, in all seriousness, to stop trying to make a joke out of something so dark. He was fucking crazy, dude. And you can watch pretty sure his channel's probably still up. I'd imagine so. I don't know. YouTube might have taken it down. But he took inspiration from Columbine. He wore like a t-shirt that referenced them when he shot them. He fucking shot himself in the mouth. He came into because what he did is before, he closed off and blocked off all the exits. So everyone was trapped in this fucking supermarket with this fucking psycho. And he would just go around and find people. And one girl escaped and called the cops eventually. And when the cops came, there was a bullet in his mouth. And he was crazy. Yeah. Some people in this world, man.
No, I hope we get, again, this is very unrealistic because I have to use an anime to describe, but if you've ever seen Psychopaths, they have a thing that monitors, the whole idea is we live in a world that monitors your psyche. Yeah. And if you get above a certain psyche, you're considered a danger to others, yada, 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 and then they'll send a group task force to handle you. So it's a way to control, to stop events.
That'd be cool. But we had that in real life.
But you learn that the only flaw to it is you learn that people's psyches can change. So like a deranged criminal can become sane again, and that's the whole purpose of that.
That's a cool idea for a show.
The worst thing I've seen on the internet is, I heard it from my brother, and then I looked it up myself. But there's these videos of events of car crashes, things in the military, and I'm just going to talk about one on the military. There's this guy, he's walking around, and the video was called Trip Mine, or a landmine, what it's like to walk in a landmine. And this guy, all you see is this video, and you see this guy, this landmine placed down, and this enemy, whatever he's fighting, walks on the thing, and explodes right in front of the camera.
It was on YouTube?
Yes, you can look it up.
Is it still on there?
You'd have to ask my brother. I'm pretty sure you can look it up. But they were watching this with whatever. They were just, someone in his friend group brought it up. But it blows up, and all you see in the video is the guy's body over here and his legs just over there, blown off of his body.
Jesus.
And there's other videos like that, and it's just graphic.
You can find so much fucked up shit, man. Just in terms of simple shit like child pornography they have on, which is fucking disgusting. Then you have rapes and like murders and hangings literally on like the internet in some places that you could find, like the dark web. Like the internet gets very, very dark.
Do you remember the like era? It used to be popular more towards when we were younger, but I want to say it was ISIS that was doing it, showing beheadings and killings on. That was.
They had a video. Who is it? They killed one of their leaders essentially, and this dude used to be like in charge of everyone, and you can hear him like begging for his fucking life, and they just cut his head off.
Yeah. And
he used to be the main guy there, and it just goes to show, as much power as people may think they they might have, they really don't. I mean, you're only as good as the people you put yourself around. If you put yourself around shitty people, eventually it's gonna fucking bite you in the ass. Like there's a, not to get too like
Isn't it like
what's
the
the word I'm
5
looking
people
for?
you surround yourself with?
Like yeah, like I have a very very small core of good friends, like very good people, and then I have other friends that I'll do stuff with, and I'll hang out with occasionally, and I'll talk to. But like in terms of like my 5 close friends, like, not to sound like a dick, but I don't even know if I'd put you guys in that list simply for the fact that I haven't known you long enough.
Yeah.
So my 5 like truly close friends out, they're all getting a shout out because I love them to death. Donnie, Jackson, Barack, Micah, just 4. I don't even know if I'd have 5. Who am I missing? Clearly not my best friend if I fucking forgot to put their name in. I mean, I have other people, but like in terms of like super close people that no matter what shit hits the fan, like there's a piece. Fuck, I can't talk right now. There's a super helpful piece of advice that my older brother gave me, and I don't agree with everything that my older brother has done or said to me. We live very different lives. I love him to death. He's my brother, but he said, know who you can call. And that was super powerful to me. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, dude, there's some people in this world that no matter what's happening, who I'm talking to, they're going to pick up the phone simply because I'm calling and they know it's urgent. They could be in the middle of fucking throwing down, dude, and they'll pick up the phone. And that's very true. It doesn't matter where the fuck I am. If somebody knows it's important and I'm calling them and it's urgent, Donnie, Brock, Jackson, Micah, they're going to pick up the phone because it's me. And there's a level to that. And if you have that, if you have these good people, don't surround yourself with dumbass people. Don't surround yourself with people who are going to give you bad advices, whether it's getting fucked up all the time or getting too faded or whatever it is, really. Make sure that they are not, I want to say yes men, but are like-minded. Believe in you and can be honest with you. Listen, there's days where I'm training and Donnie, he's a brother. They're all brothers to me. And he looks at me and he goes, dude, how'd you feel at practice today? And I go, I think I felt fucking great. And he looks at me and goes, you look like shit. And there's the reason why I'm closest with Donnie, even though I've known like Brock and Jackson longer, is because in fighting, we haven't even cut weight yet, but in fighting, there's a different level of respect and love and care that you have for the people you train with.
Is Donnie train with you?
Yes,
Okay.
He's my main training partner. He's going to be the future bantamweight champion of the world. Mark my words on that. You can see it now. Speaking of champions, I'm going to get into you-know-who here in a second. I got fucking words for that dude. But yeah, understand that there's a difference in the relationship I have with Donnie compared to my friend Brock because there's different facets of my life. Brock's been there since I've been like 3 years old. Donnie's been here for the past 2 years. But training with Donnie, there's never a time where he's not going to be honest with me. He thinks I'm being a fucking prick. He's going to be like, dude, shut the fuck up. He thinks I'm not being certain enough of this, or like say I'm not confident enough, or I'm overly confident and I've got a big head. They're going to be on. And Jackson and Brock will too, and Micah will. But there's a difference with it because he knows me the most because of the training. Because you see that side of me, you see that drive and the need and the commitment and the obligation that I have to success in that field and really in life. And when you see that and you train together and you beat the shit out of each other routinely and you're constantly learning and spitballing ideas off each other, you really do gain a different level of not just camaraderie but true love and respect with people. Like, I'm not overly close in my personal life with other training partners I have, but there's a level of respect that I have for them because we've each seen each other suffer in the training room. We've each seen that where we have literally nothing left to give and we still go that extra mile to make sure we push further. and there's certain people like Keith Samada who call me a bitch when I'm fucking struggling on wall handstands, but it's like he's being him. That's first day of training there at the gym. He goes, "You know why you can't do these wall handstands, Ethan?" I go, "Why?" He goes, "'Cause you're a bitch." And no matter what any drill sergeant will tell me, there's nothing more impactful than that. Like, you can scream at me all you want, but in my head I'm thinking, my coach thinks I'm a bitch. And there's just a level of from training that you get, and it's unlike anything else. It really is. And for people who don't understand that, and people who like wrestle or they're on like a football team, like they'll understand it to a degree because you're a part of that like group, that squad, that team. But like, it's just a different kind of relationship that I have with a Donnie compared to a Micah, a Brock, or Jackson. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Not that I'm rambling too much. I'm sorry that I've talked way too much on this episode. Honestly, I'm so fucking sorry, dude. I feel like
you're
a dick.
good. I just enjoy listening. I'm over here just.
Hopefully it's good podcasting.
Yeah.
I hope. I mean, is it enjoyable to listen to? But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Make sure you surround yourself with good people. If you surround yourself with genuinely good human beings, good things will happen. Birds of a feather flock together. It's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard.
I totally agree. I have a small group of friends, and there's some I call every day. There's some I don't, but same situation. Like my buddy Melvin, we've been friends since 2nd grade. He's doing his own thing, becoming a nurse, doing his own thing. But we still talk every time we see each other. It's like we saw each other yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you pick up where you left off.
Shout out Melvin.
Melvin's the homie.
Friends.
I met him once. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I hated the one thing though that Melvin that I hated was I always got called Melvin, and the reason I got called
You
Melvin,
guys look because you were bigger, so you
I
looked
was
similar.
big and we were brown. That's the only fucking
You
reason.
guys each had a gravitational pull.
Everyone in Watkins, hey Melvin, my name's Garrett, bro.
It's Garrett with a G. What up, G?
Dude, I had a fucking beard and no hair senior year, and I was still getting called Melvin.
It doesn't make sense.
What?
Did a teacher ever call you Melvin?
No, because me and Melvin had different classes. I was a go-getter in school.
Was a go-getter.
Dude, it didn't make sense to me. Why not? Like, if they'll pay for my college, why not get free college? Like, you know what
Maybe. I mean, it makes sense in theory, but in
Yeah.
practice, it sucks. It's school. Oh, I hated high school so much. I'm so glad I'm done with it. I just felt
Yeah.
like I was wasting my life. Listen, high school is good because everyone should do it, but there's some things where you should cater to what people are good at and what they enjoy doing. Not that you shouldn't be able to suck it up and get through shit that you don't enjoy, because that's a part of life. But there's a big difference between doing something that's difficult and sitting in a class for 2 hours a day that you hate just to go home and be forced to do schoolwork that you will never ever use in your life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, never will I use pre-calculus in my life. Clip this when I become a fucking scientist and I'm fucking
Dude,
sending people to Mars and people were like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Or you get one of those commentators that say, Ethan took a strike right here, angled it at exactly
A 45 acute angle degree. 45 degree at acute angle. And then you can see his kick. It's a real 90 degrees right triangle there. It forms a perfect triangle, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
you
Ethan?
couldn't have written it better.
Did you know if you were an angle, you'd be an acute?
Only men who say that to me. Never women. You know what I mean? Only men. It's fucking horrible. But, yeah, it's just the people you surround yourself. It's so important to know. Because think about it this way. If you eat a good diet, I'm copy and pasting Joe Rogan here, but I don't care because it's true and I believe it. If you eat a good diet, your body will respond right. Right? Everyone has a different diet. Everyone's body responds differently. Some people thrive on a vegan diet. Other people like me do not thrive on a vegan diet.
Have you tried it for a week?
It wasn't. I didn't feel good.
Okay. I can't do no meat.
Yeah. Clip that. I can't do no meat, man. He needs his meat.
I do.
He's a meat man. But yeah, some people thrive on a carnivore diet. Like, you know Jordan Peterson?
I've heard the name.
All right, this man, he wasn't fat, but he was bigger than. He went on this carnivore diet. All his autoimmune disorders and his depression and arthritis and all that went away. He only eats beef and salt.
The Liver King.
Liver King too, like that style of diet too. Some people thrive on that.
Have you had it? Or would
Raw
you?
liver.
Like, would you go
I've
on his
had-
diet?
I'd try for like a month just to power through it and say I did it.
Okay.
Definitely not eating raw eggs that can give me salmonella, but I'll fucking try
Raw
stuff.
bone marrow?
I think it's safe.
Testicles?
Why would you eat vegetables when you can eat a
Eat
testicle?
testicle, yes, sir.
Like what the
Dude.
just walking up, rip a fucking nut sack right off that bowl and take a bite of it like an apple, man. It's like the greatest wet dream I've ever had in my life. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, dude? You
Bobby,
like
do you not eat testicles?
all the fucking juice is running out. It's
No.
called blood. That ain't apple juice, man. That's testicle juice. And I ain't talking about that nut butter, buddy.
Fucking
BLOOD.
What do you think? Which animal has the most protein in their nuts?
What the fuck?
So serious.
The liquid nut or the testicle itself?
Like the testicle. Like if I were to like, hey Ethan, I want the most protein I can get from an animal's nuts to cook and fry. What animal are you telling me to get?
Point the camera at me.
You think it's a hippo?
I've heard the camera transitions are bad because we don't have like a swivel or the right stuff exactly, but we're working with what we got. Bobby's doing his best. Bobby, we love you. But who has the most protein?
And testicles.
Have you seen how large a horse cock is?
You just answered my question. The answers are well. Have you seen a whale's cock?
It's pretty big.
Dude, he's bigger than this house. It's longer. No cap. No kizzy. I remember back.
All right, you can point the camera back at both of us.
Back in high school, my freshman year, I had an upperclassman, and I don't know how we got here. Again, I was like a really goody two-shoe kid. Did no alcohol, no nothing.
Now look at you.
Till my senior year.
You're a filthy pothead. Oh my goodness.
But I'm fucking ripped. That's all I gotta say.
I'm ripped.
And
I got one ab for every fuck I give.
I was stoned
6.
during the stone. All I have to say is though the best time to smoke is right before a workout, dude. So
Really?
good.
You work out when you're high?
Yeah. Dude, it makes me more relaxed. So I have a lot of like my back. If you ever just listen, you'll hear me crack my body.
Mm-hmm.
But it really helps with that. And then benching before it helps with my bench.
I've never heard of this.
You've never.
I've heard of people
Okay.
competing high, like jiu-jitsu and stuff.
Who's won?
Nate Diaz, he used to fucking he probably got stoned as fuck before his last fight.
He's still.
Dude, there's a video of Nate Diaz. Do you know who Nate Diaz is?
Yes, I actually do.
All right. He was smoking a blunt. You know who USADA is?
I do not.
USADA is the drug doping testing they have, right?
Okay.
A USADA dude needed more piss from him. He didn't fill the cup fully. So Nate Diaz gets on Instagram Live, records himself smoking a blunt in front of the USADA dude, forcing him to be in the camera and being like, he won't leave my house because I didn't give him enough piss. He did this on Instagram Live. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. He would,
So you
in
can
the
fight-
crowd, smoke a blunt while the Jumbotron and shit was pointing at him.
So you can smoke weed as a fighter?
I think weed is legal now, yeah.
Okay.
Because at one point they did suspend, I think, Nick Diaz for marijuana. I think. I could be wrong on that. They suspended him for something stupid. That's all I know.
Ooh, okay. Hold it. Let's get down to business. That Kenny guy.
Kenny. Oh, the new guy that got signed?
Yeah, that you're gonna fight and beat. At one
Oh,
day.
not. Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. Terrence McKinney?
Yeah.
So, Terrence McKinney went Hollywood on us.
Okay.
By the way, Terrence McKinney, there's, in terms of just a pure, like, objective look at this dude, he's fucking insane. He's got some serious skill. He's got the fastest knockout in lightweight history in the UFC. 6 seconds. Man hit him with one straight left hand. Boom! Put him to sleep. He's got some power. His fight with Drew Dober was some bullshit because he came in on short notice, got gassed, and almost knocked him out anyway. But then got clipped when he was tired, and then he got ground and pounded. Like, you took a fight on short notice, that's the risky play. All of his other fights are first-round knockouts, first-round submissions, like finishes in general. He used to follow me on Instagram, and now he no longer does. He unfollowed me on Instagram for No apparent reason. And he unfollowed me around the same time he hit 100,000 followers on Instagram. A little strange, don't you think? So I have the receipts, and I'm saying this now for when I do get signed to the UFC, because it will happen at some point. I believe in 4 years' time I will be a newly signed UFC fighter. I will say this. We have receipts proving that he has agreed to fight in Columbus as the main event on the main card. So, I will say this. If you want to go Hollywood on me, I'll beat the shit out of you in Columbus. For the people of Columbus, because we don't get anybody there. Or vice versa. Maybe he beats my ass. Right now, he's definitely the better fighter because he's in the UFC and I'm an amateur. Obviously, I'm not going to argue that. But when the time comes, I'm coming after him, dude. I'm
So,
going to fucking rip his head off because
do you think-
he went Hollywood.
April, you got him.
April what?
Your first fight, say it's him instead. Do you think you got him? First fight?
No.
No.
Mm.
Realistically,
Because
worse.
I don't have enough training. Even if it's just striking, I don't know. I wouldn't. Did it die?
Yeah.
We're going to have to wrap this up
Oh.
here in a bit. We'll put a cool photo in for everyone.
Yeah, I thought about the charger because I would just plug it in.
Okay.
So, yeah, his just grappling so much better. I'm not a bad wrestler, but I'm not a great wrestler yet. My striking's pretty good because I feel like I make reads really well, is what I'll say. But I'm just not there yet. I will be in due time.
How long? Realistically,
3 years, I think I'll be at his level.
3 years.
3 years. I think I'll be able to beat the shit out of him in 3
How old
years.
is he now?
He's 24, 25.
Okay,
In
so
that range.
he does have
He's-
years on you.
By the
Yeah.
time I'm being a contender and getting up there and starting to fight contenders, he will be, assuming he stays on the track he's on now, he will be a top guy for the belt.
Okay.
And he's part of that new wave of lightweight fighters that is coming up. I do believe he's got the talent to be a lightweight champion, but I will say this, I think I have the talent to be one of the best fighters to ever do it. So, you can run, you can hide, but when the fucking fight happens in Columbus, Ohio, the Nationwide Arena, we're coming home with that belt, and two of us are going to walk in that night. Only one of us is walking out. That's what I'm going to say, and I think that'll wrap it up.
Okay. My name is Garrett, and I gotta pee. It was good talking to y'all.
Well, Garrett, when you come back, will you still be black?
That is a fact. I will be black.
He will be black, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta love it when a man's skin color does not change. Thank you so
Okay.
much for watching. I'm sorry that the camera died at the last second. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. We love you. See you in the next episode.
Peace.